Welcome to The Ordinary Show this week. I'm your host, Clarence Blackshear. You know, I'm certainly a true believer that laughter is truly one of the greatest medicines for the body and soul. And one of the great things about The Ordinary Show is that it provides a forum for up-and-coming artists and entertainers to let their shining stars glow. We have one such artist today. Mike Ben is a rising artist that has appeared in touring stage plays and screen shows. He now has his own show and has agreed to sit down to talk with us this week about his new show and other upcoming events. Again, we're going to have a lot of fun. Sit back, relax. It's The Ordinary Show.
Did you hit her?
Man, I done hit so many chicks in this club, I can't even keep count.
A self-described entertainer and artist, we're ecstatic to have Mike Ben on the show this week. Mike is a performer that has appeared on stage and screen with talented artists such as D'Amica McKinney, Angela Winbush of the famed duo Renee and Angela, and also the incomparable Robin Givens. He has now embarked upon his own venture in the entertainment world with his latest feature, The Mike Ben Show. We're privileged to have him join us to tell us about it. We have Mike Ben. Mike, how are you?
Man, the way you make me feel like somebody with chest out. How you doing?
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. To those of the Ordinary Show audience who don't know Mike Ben, who is Mike Ben? What is he?
Mike Ben is a God-gifted talent that just the hour and 20 minutes that you're with me,
Okay.
or even if we're just hanging out in a social setting,
Correct.
I try to make you forget about just the pains of life. And people stress all the time. The average time you talk to someone, it's always a bill, it's a aggravating situation, somebody stressing you.
Right.
And I try not to think about the stresses of life. Like my philosophy is, you know, if it's not fun, I don't want to do it.
I feel. Now, growing up in Jacksonville,
Right.
you know, I'm sure that had its own, and being in a family setting, that
Right.
had its own
It did.
sort of pain.
Yeah.
How did you seek to deal with that at that time?
Actually, the reason we moved to Jacksonville was because my mother and father divorced.
Okay, then.
So Jacksonville was a new, you know, I'm a little country boy, Tallahassee, you know, so.
Love that place.
Yeah, yeah,
Love
I
that
love
place,
it, I
Tallahassee.
love it, yes sir, Florida State fam, you all day, baby.
So you're FAMU?
Yes, sir.
You went to FAMU?
I went to fam, Florida A&M, yes sir.
And I understand you were part of the Marching 100.
Yes, I was, yes I was, I
Now,
really
we
was.
know they've been in the news lately with
Right.
whatnot and the hazing and anything. You were involved, you had any privy on that?
you said, do I have anything to say on that?
That which can be said.
Okay, I can say Florida A&M is, okay, let me say it like this. When a child is bad,
Okay.
the parent disciplines that child,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
In the Bible it says, don't hold a rod.
Right.
So in the situation, to be the best, you have to go through situations to be the best. So, I mean, I'm gonna leave it on that, but yes, we did go through very intricate situations in order to be the best.
But you were part of the drum line. I
That's
mean, they're
right.
known as one of the best drum lines in the country.
Right, in the world. We're the only band that we have done more Super Bowls than any HBCU.
Right.
We are personally invited to the president inauguration. We went to Paris.
Okay.
And that's why you don't see Florida A&M on these movies like Drumline.
Right.
Because we don't lose. we don't lose.
With some of the incidents at FAMU, did that
Right.
sort of spark the energy for you to be an entertainer, an artist?
What really sparked the inner, I've always loved entertaining. Like as a little kid, my grandmother, when it was raining outside, all the kids would like put on a show in her living room. So I've been entertaining since, 6, 7 years old.
Were you the main feature of the show?
I was. I really was. I was short with this big head. So I stood out.
How could I have guessed that?
Yeah, I was, so I've been entertaining a long time. So basically, it's just in my blood.
Okay then.
Right.
Let me ask you this, man. At what point did this become a sort of passion to you? At what point did it say, look, it's not a knack anymore.
Right.
It makes me feel good to make other people feel good.
Right.
At what point did that happen?
Actually, when I started hosting parties.
Okay.
I was hosting parties. And when I would get done hosting a party, people at the end would say, man, you're good, you're good. I'm like, okay, I'm all right. But You know, they kept saying, you're good. And people started gravitating to me. Like I would put my name on a piece of paper and pass out in school. I'm having a party, and I would have, 40, 50 kids paying $3 to come into my house to party. Yeah, so
Interesting.
So it started way back in high school.
What would you do? What would you do at the parties?
Man, just really have fun. Just play music and just get on the mic.
Tell jokes?
Yeah, tell jokes. But I told jokes like over the music.
Okay.
I would talk about this lady's shoes, her hair, the way she's dancing, and just brought a lot of energy to the party.
That sort of put you in the mind of what was Martin Lawrence and House Party?
There you go.
Okay, that was it right
That's
there.
exactly how it was.
And shake the party up.
Yeah, I shake it like
Can
a
you
coconut.
still shake a party up,
like a
Mike?
coconut in a hurricane. I shake it.
Welcome to The Ordinary Show. I'm your host, Clarence Blackshear. Thank you for joining us today. The reason I wanted to do this show is because we wanted to recognize ordinary people in our communities that are doing extraordinary things that often go unrecognized. In this format, we'll get to see those people as they enhance our communities. We'll have artists, performers, politics, and we'll have substantive conversation, even with a laugh or two. So listen, come, you'll enjoy this journey that we take called The Ordinary Show, and remember, one act of kindness ripples throughout our entire community, and ordinary people become extraordinary. So Mike, you came into entertaining through doing house parties
House
and
party,
whatnot,
yes,
much
sir.
like Martin Lawrence
Yes,
did.
sir. Yes, sir.
Well, listen, let me ask you about some of your early performances.
Okay.
How was it you did a play called Church Girl?
Right.
Where you were the first deacon, am I to understand?
First deacon of the church. That's
Tell us
right.
about that a little bit.
Backstage, I'm seeing Robin Givens get dressed, and Angela Winbush, that song "Smile," my favorite song. So I'm back there like, take a picture. She like, look, I'm working right now, you know. So it was amazing, and that bug bit me, and I was like, I gotta do this.
I would have been happy to have Robin Givens grab my hand and take me anywhere. But I'm just,
Oh yeah.
How was it like working with artists like Robin Givens?
Man, I'm gonna tell you something like this right here. Robin Givens is a true freak. All right, I'm telling you. Man, I'm gonna tell you, we was y'all gotta edit that out. I'm sorry. This is a church TV show.
You all right? You all right? You all right?
No, I'm saying, man, we was in the dressing room.
It's what ordinary people talk about.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you like it is.
All right.
We was in the dressing room,
Okay.
and by us being extras, we didn't have a real dressing room. We had like a little sheet, little sheet or something.
Okay.
So we back there, I'm having fun. She said, "What's going on back there?" I said, "Woo, we naked." She came and put a sheet to the side, talking about, "Let me see." Robin off the chain. She little too. She like about 5.
I always thought she was tall.
No, man.
No?
Robin Givens is 5'1", maybe 5 foot.
Let me, at this point in your career, I know
Right.
you've worked with some nice artists.
Right.
At this point in your career, what artist would you probably, now I know it's a lot of them, I'm not asking you to pick and choose, but what
Right.
artist would you like to work with most?
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy.
And Eddie is a genius in his own
Eddie-
right.
Eddie
And really,
Murphy.
with the sustainability,
Right.
why Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy improv skills are phenomenal.
Okay.
If you look at a lot of his films, you can tell probably 60% of the film is him improv.
Interesting.
And his mannerism, like if you watch him, he's a talent. He's a
Interesting.
genius.
Well, as good as Eddie Murphy is, when we come back, we're going to talk about the Mike Ben Show.
Yes, sir.
Another very talented show.
That's right.
So join us. Get back with us. It's only going to get gooder and gooder.
That's right. Don't go nowhere. We right here.
What is the Mike Ben Show? When you go to see the Mike Ben Show, what can we expect to see?
A variety of characters. Basically, on movie sets, they write a script and they want you to portray that person and that person.
Okay.
If you just follow me through day-to-day life, people tell me I'm just funny. just what I say, mannerism, things I do.
I think I've gotten a little bit of that since I've been
Yeah, I
since we
mean,
just-
that's just, so what I did is like I didn't know how to write a movie, so what I did, I just put all the characters in one theatrical play.
Okay.
I didn't even know I could write
Okay.
theatrical play, theatrical entertainment.
Okay.
So I've always loved like Carol Burnett, Dave Chappelle, Flip Wilson, those type of shows.
Right,
And
right.
I always wanted to be on those shows.
some,
I didn't
of,
know.
some of my favorite shows
Right.
you just mentioned.
I didn't know how to get on them. And one thing I saw what P. Diddy said, he said, I'm not going to wait for someone to put me on TV. I'm going to put myself on TV.
Interesting.
And that's what I did.
The characters are based on, well, tell us about the characters.
Okay, the characters, forgive me, family. My characters are really just my family, man. Like, y'all, people think I'm funny. Man, come to a family outing at my house, man. Like, yeah, you see my grandmama, man, she cuss out the nurses, she cuss out everybody. Then you got my uncles,
Right,
and you know,
right.
they on the porch, they
Right.
drinking, think they know everything,
Right.
but don't know nothing. And then, you know, growing up, I started off Seventh-day Adventist, and then when my parents split, I went to non-denomination, then I went Baptist and Methodist. So I done been to all kind of churches. I done seen all the church.
Right.
And it's just, I saw how preachers are.
Okay.
One day I was supposed to be in church and snuck downstairs. I see the preacher in there with the deaconess, you know. So, yeah, man, you know.
I don't want to tell you. I don't want to ask you what religion church.
Oh no, I ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna have my side my door. No.
Did you have to talk to your family? Did any of them? Did you have to prep them for like, look, we're going big with this?
Oh no, I didn't prep them. I just put it out there, and I got phone. You know, I got phone call. Now I got Facebook. Is that me on that? I knew that was me. You talking about? Yeah. So yeah, they know.
Well, I'm sure as the show becomes more and more popular,
Yeah.
they won't be as ashamed, but they'll be more.
They gonna ask for
like,
a piece. They gonna want to cut. They gonna say that's me up there with my check. That's my family.
Your favorite character? Which one of them is your favorite character?
My favorite character. Favorite character is Rufus.
Okay,
Yeah, Rufus. Yeah.
give us a little bit of Rufus.
Rufus is let me see if I can get Rufus. All right. Boy, every time I come down the street, you down the street. Why for why I gotta serve the Lord when you say serve the Lord? Well, I can't serve the Lord, but I want to serve the Lord. I got to serve him on Sunday. Football come on Sunday. Why I can't serve him on Monday? Talking about me serving the Lord. Why you talking them boys serving them street up there? They've been serving all week long, but you ain't talking about me.
You know, I got an Uncle Rufus. I got an Uncle Rufus just like that, man.
Yeah, that's him. That's Rufus.
But you got me to you.
Yeah.
You told me about grandma. Now you got before we. Now, Mike, I'm not gonna have you, but you got to give me a little bit of grandma before we look.
Get little grandma. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Yeah, is this clean? It's clean. You gotta be clean.
Do your thing.
Do you think?
Right.
All right, do you think? Okay. I'm gonna do it. This is a real bit. This is real. My grandma really did this. When I first moved to Jacksonville, she really did this.
Okay.
My grandma said, the cable man walked in. And this what she said now, all right? This what she said. Okay. She came in, she said, "Ooh, baby, I'm gonna tell you something now. I don't know what you do with that. But in here, this kind of house. And you try anything slick, I'm gonna slit you from your ass to your Adam's apple." My grandma was sitting on the real butcher knife when the cable man walked in.
What?
Yeah,
What was his reaction?
I miss ma'am, I ain't gonna do nothing. He hooked up the cable and got the hell out of there. That's what he did. Yeah.
What other characters, when we see the show, what other
Yeah.
characters, besides Uncle Rufus and
Right.
and Grandma, there were
Right.
two other characters you talked about. I'm not going to ask you to do them, but who are those
Oh, I
characters?
mean, on my show.
Right, on
Okay,
yours,
I mean,
yeah.
I got the bishop, which is he just that preacher that's trying to get all the money. He's scheming. He's trying to sleep with the women in the church.
Okay.
So when you see it, it's just drama all in the church, you know. And then you have that I call him Sugar Dick Ricky. He's like a player pimp. He want to be Rick James,
Yeah.
but never really got his shot. So
Right.
he's mad at the world. So
Right.
it's 2015, but he still got this 70s costume on, talking about Rick James stole his,
Right.
you know. So I know artists out there still think they can sing, and they 50 years old and still think they can do it, you know.
Well, you know, I got to ask you,
Right.
have you ever, and I know you do all the characters yourself,
Right.
and I know you have a cast that helps you out.
Right.
You ever get any of them mixed up?
I do. I have. I really have. Like sometimes when the crowd is laughing so hard, and it's live, so it's hard to not laugh if the whole crowd is laughing, and the voice will come out, and it might be like you got Meddy and Rufus. So I really, I have to really focus.
I
Yeah.
have to ask you this one thing about the Mike Ben Show.
Right.
If I'm sitting in a setting and
Okay.
around me and I'm meeting
Okay.
the Ben, you know, the family for the first time,
Oh man, boy,
what am I gonna see? What is it like?
what you go see?
Yeah.
Oh man, I got this auntie named Joy. She probably go flirt with you.
Right.
You know, then I got this pretty auntie named Charmaine, gonna tell you everything you need to do. And then I got my mama. She's like the, you know, I call her the bougie one out the
Yeah,
clique, you
right,
know. So
right.
then you got my grandma that don't trust nobody, and you know, and then my uncles and aunties. Somebody go ask you for $5,
Okay.
you know. So it's crazy. My family's crazy, man.
You got it coming up. We got it coming up. We got the Mike Ben Show coming up. Be where we need to be, what we need to do.
Okay. At the Port of Sanford Theater, that's in Decatur. The show is on a Thursday night, starting at 8 p.m. You can pick up tickets at Eventbrite, Mike Ben Show, eventbrite.com, or you can actually pay at the door. And I guarantee you this is nothing you've seen before.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's right.
we're going to be at the Mike Ben Show.
That's what we're going to do.
When we come back, we're going to wrap up. We're going to know how to get in contact with Mike Ben
Right.
when you're in town. Just come on back, join us. It's only going to get better. It's the Ordinary Show.
That's right. Don't go nowhere.
Welcome back. We have Mike Ben on the Ordinary Show today. And Mike, one of the, it takes a lot to do your own show. Of course, I'm experiencing that as I go, but,
Right.
I think within every artist, is there something that in them that makes them want to do what they do?
Right.
Or bring the artist out of them?
Right.
And so, we were talking before, and you had some difficult times in your youth that
Right.
sort of have influenced you
Right.
to take the lead as you do today. What was that?
The reason I want to start talking more to kids and young black males because true story, they tried to label me retarded.
Get out of here, man.
I promise, right hand for Lord. They tried to label, they tried to put me in them special classes,
Right.
And I didn't know it, but I'm young. I'm like 3rd, 4th grade, But now that I'm older, I'm like, I'm retarded. But how the hell you supposed to make me better? Y'all learning algebra. I'm in here cooking goddamn raisin cookies.
Exactly. Right.
But what happened was my mother was like, nah, my son not retarded. Because I thought I was somebody, man. My boys was going to the bus stop. The bus was coming to my door. I'm like, shit, but
And it wasn't short, was it?
yeah, it was short, but I was really be happy because the door moved and the door rolled out to come get me. But I'm stepping up. The door used to lift me up and get on the bus, but no, but seriously though, that's how the system is. That's how the system is,
Yeah.
man. It's like they don't know how to deal with young black boys because we have so much energy.
Exactly.
And my legacy I want to leave when all Mike Ben Show and TV and movies is over.
Right.
If you just slow down and listen and follow your God-given talent, that's your calling.
Right.
And people say, well, how do I find out my God-given talent? Whatever it is you love to do, that you could do every day, and you don't worry about getting paid for it. Like me, I like entertaining. I like making people laugh. Like I do that just on the subway bus, That's my talent. And that's when I slowed down and I prayed and the doors opened, that's when I realized this is my calling. So even though I say all these kind of crazy things on stage and I do all the, characters and all that to pull you in, it's still a platform that God gave me that I have to at least give back and open one person's eyes to say, hey, follow your God-given talent. I'm not saying don't go to school, don't go to college, drop out of high school, For high school, that's for some people. I mean, for college and, master's degree, that's for some people. But it's not for everybody.
Correct.
And
Correct.
that's why I left school.
Let me tell you how big that is. My mother is a retired professor. My
Okay.
sister is a school administrator, PhD doctor.
Okay.
The labeling effect is such a big thing.
It is.
If kids are mislabeled, it follows them throughout their entire sort of educational career.
Right.
And until there's something that turns them around, then they'll always be that. And sometimes they get to believing that they're that person.
Right.
And we thank God that you didn't buy into that.
Right. And another thing, too, is like, they try to talk to kids, but they can't relate to kids.
Exactly.
Like these preachers and certain professors, no disrespect to them,
Correct.
neither one of them. But I feel I can relate to a child. You know why? Because I've been to school, I've been to university, I've also been incarcerated and was facing some serious time. So I can relate to the dudes that's incarcerated. I can relate to guys I can put my shirt and tie on and I can talk to the the college professionals. So it's like I have the best of both worlds, and I was that little kid that was in the back of the school that was just, I never could sit still,
Right.
But I actually found out I was a gifted child.
Have you ever done any work in the penal system? As far as yet entertainment?
When I was in there, I did. That's how I kept it from off my behind. I was in there. Shoot, man. But you don't want to get jelly rolled. Oh, man. I didn't see them get jelly rolled before. No. I was in the I ran a NCAA basketball tournament.
Get out of here.
Yeah, man, I ran a basketball tournament when I was in the, and I would have these two guys play these two guys for, basketball.
Right.
But I was the book agent. So when your trade came across, I used to get the cornbread and cake off your trade, right? So
That's what they were bet?
yeah, cornbread, man, that's big money in that cornbread and cake, man. I'm about to cut your throat from cornbread, man.
What?
And the cornbread wasn't even good. but to make a long story short, that's how I survived, man. I had
Okay.
these two guys and they looked out for me, because I kept them fed.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
two guys. We're not going to go there.
Yeah, I ain't ashamed. I'm like Richard Pryor. I put my life on the table. That's me.
When we go to the Mike Ben show,
Right.
what are we going to walk away with?
Knowledge, laughter. Probably go pee your pants a little bit. Just a little bit on the left side.
I've had to sit here and resist it. Just being here. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just honestly, when you come to my show, that hour and 30 minutes that you're with me, I want you to forget about all the troubles of the world.
Gotcha.
If you can forget about the troubles of the world for an hour and 30 minutes, I've did my job.
True medicine for the soul.
Yeah.
It occurs. Now, besides the opening, I know the opening is this Thursday, but we can catch it on and on.
Right, yeah. You can go to my YouTube page, One Mike Ben, that's MIKEBEND at YouTube, and I do a show once a month.
Okay then.
And I film sketch comedy, so when you go to the YouTube, you can see the sketches, or you can come to the show live, or you can go to my Facebook page, is Mike Ben Show at Facebook. Yeah.
Twitter, Instagram.
Instagram, Mike Ben 96. I'm really not into the Twitter thing.
Okay.
That scared me, man. Somebody, I don't want you following me. When I'm on stage, let me
Right.
do my stage. When I'm home, let me do me. I did the Twitter thing one time, and I came out of a club one night. I go to the club to party. I come out, it's 10 people want to talk business.
Right.
Man, I had 16 Hennessy's. Man, I can't say that. Who I'm talking to? And then they want to film. Oh, he's arrogant. I'm partying. Let me party.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, damn. You can't. I don't like that, man. Like, if I want to party, let me party. When I'm on stage, I'm on
Just leave me,
stage.
right.
Yeah. Oh, he arrogant because he won't talk to me. Man, do you realize how drunk I am? I'm trying to get home without killing somebody. Please, let me. I mean, but that's why I understand celebrity. I see how celebrities act now.
Okay.
And I was always that person, like, when I become this person, I'm not going to act like that. You have to. Because that's how people do. They want to hold, when you get off stage, you wired. You're like, I did 5 characters. I'm wired.
Right.
I shake your hand, give you a card, thank you for coming. They want to sit there and learn your whole resume. Hey, man, how can I get on? Well, I got my cousin. We used to act back in the day. Goddamn, man.
Right.
But as soon as you say, goddamn, oh, he's arrogant. Oh, he got the big, he Hollywood.
Right.
Yeah, you gonna pay my bills?
I got 2 final questions to ask.
Okay.
Finish my sentence. Mike Ben wants to.
What I want to do. I want to change the outlook on black males. I do. I want to change the outlook. We're misunderstood in so many shapes, forms, and fashion. The second question is, oh, that's a deep one there. What do I want to do? I want to be the best father I can be.
Okay.
Because my father wasn't around a lot, so I didn't learn how to really be a great father. And I didn't get to watch the blueprint of it.
Okay.
So I know I haven't been the best father, but I want to be the best that I can be.
My final question, again, finish. Mike Ben is.
One funny individual. Yeah.
An ordinary show.
Yeah.
You have Mike Ben. Catch a show on YouTube, live here in Atlanta. If somebody is coming in town from out of Atlanta, they can look you up on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter.
Facebook, Mike Ben. On Facebook, Mike Ben, just Mike Ben on Facebook. You can look me up. You'll see all my shows, advertisement, movies. Man, come find me. Hell, man. I'm 37 years old. This Facebook stuff, hey, I need some help. Any publicists out there, I need you. I can't be taking pictures of myself every day. I feel retarded, man. Walking down the street, snapping pictures of selfies.
Well, that's our show for this week. As we can tell, we've had a great time.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed, Mike, appreciate you
Thank you,
coming on
man.
the show. We
My
really
man.
do appreciate
My
you.
man, my man.
My friend, until next week,
Yeah.
listen, one act of kindness ripples throughout our community, and others are then enjoyed. Until next week, we'll see you. It's the Ordinary Show.
Turn the lights on. Let me tell you something.
Here's Mike.
I'm Mike
Okay.
B. I'm somebody. And when you sitting at home, you better watch The Ordinary Show. I don't know what's wrong with you. What you looking at? You know why? Because you ain't heard about it. You know why? Because you ain't got no money. Your internet probably off. It's The Ordinary Show, baby. Better tell somebody.
Love it.